Yo, what's good everybody? My name is Jay Fatty. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about some more sampling tips, more specifically, what I like to call the rinse and repeat method. Now, other creatives might call this something else. This is just what I call it. So let's get right into it. If you want to hear the song that I'm sampling, I'm going to have it linked in the description and the first pinned comment. So if you want to check that out. So essentially all the rinse and repeat method is taking 1 to 2 bars of a chop, looping it 3 times, and then letting it ring out. All right. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. I got this chop right here. See, that technically to a lot of people, if you loop that for 16 bars, put a little break, loop it again for 16 bars, there's a beat. Get a little bit more complex into it. I have this other chop right here. See, when I let it drag out there, it kind of transitions in a weird way and I don't really like it. So what we can actually do is let's take this snare hit right here. Just that simple snare hit. That can give us a nice smooth transition. So check this. So sometimes you can manipulate that simple it's like a template for sampling, you know, but you can always manipulate the rhythm and get different chops and add little bits. So this is the whole loop that I got so far. So that could already be the whole beat right there, but just like we did with this snare right here, and used it as a transition drum, we can do that with anything pretty much. So any transient you see, which is these higher lines right at the start of the waveform hit, there's these transients. So let's just pick one. Let's do this red one right here. If I move this cursor over and put a chop in. Just 1 second of a sound can act as a dope moment in the beat or a dope transition. So for example, in the chorus, which is this chop, and that goes into the verse, which is this chop. Chorus, right at the end of it, when it's ringing out, has that transition sound or that transition bit, which is this. We can actually manipulate this and turn it even into more of a transition sound and just add little moments in the beat. So check it out. If we're going to transition this chorus to the verse. So you could do something like that, and it doesn't have to be every single time the chorus transitions into the verse. It could only be happening one time, like maybe the second or third time the chorus transitions into the verse, just to really give it an extra moment and add little differences in the beat. Because as a listener is listening, it could get stagnant if there's not little moments of ear candy or where they hear it and they're like, oh, that was a change, you know? So really think about that when you're crafting a beat. So I'm going to record this in. I'm going to go verse, chorus, and then back into the verse again to outro it. I'm just going to record this in real quick and we'll be right back. All right, so now we got the chops. These 3 hits right here is the verse, then that snare transition, then it goes into the chorus. And then right here, this empty space is the chorus extended where it has that transition loop. It goes back into the verse, same thing. It's got the snare hits back into the chorus once again. But take note over here. These chops right here are that transition loop chopped up a bit and then into the outro, which is different than the verse, but it's using the same sounds of the verse. So we're really trying to evolve the track as it goes. And this is about 2 minutes. So we'd probably end it right here. We could extend it, but you know, it's nice to be short and sweet sometimes. So let's listen to this. It's a little off over here, but essentially you get the idea. This outro part would fade out. All right, so let's consolidate this track from track start. You just right click on the track, consolidate track from track start, hit start, and it's going to consolidate all that into a waveform for us. Just like so. And now, if you're in FL Studio 21.2, you can extract stems from sample. Extract. All right, and now we have our stems that we can mess with here. If I get rid of this source track and I'm going to ungroup all of them. The only thing I don't like about this stem separation is the way it names the files. I wish it would just name the files as what they are, you know, instead of having the name of the track. It's kind of annoying because then I have to go in here and rename all of them because I like it to look nice for the most part. So now if we hear it. At this stage, usually what I like to do is I'll normalize the bass. Bring it down a little bit though, because it'll probably be too loud. Let's give the bass more volume. We'll normalize the drums and we'll actually let's bring all of them to a mixer track. So I'm just gonna left click and drag to highlight all of them. Go to the mixer, Shift Control L, and it's gonna bring all of them into the mixer. I'm gonna go to the drums and throw RC20 on them. another sauce that I add on pretty much every beat. Go to Fruity Love Filter. Make sure we're on the PC Low Pass Plus Phaser. All right, bring this up to the top right. Bring the cut up a little bit and the resonance down. Now we got some nice phasing. Let's actually add that a little fluctuation at the beginning here in that Fruity Love Filter. So I'm going to drag this out to the whole thing here. And I'm going to make sure Notes and Automation is on by right-clicking the recording, then left-click to arm it, and then I'll hit play and just move this around. And we'll just have that fluctuation happen at the beginning and we'll leave the rest the same. I'm also going to go here to the outro and fade it out. So I'll highlight the area, right click on the master, create automation clip, and do something like this. Now I could go in here and add some drums. I'll probably add some sound effects, but really it doesn't need it. This is a nice beat. Everything about the chops has a nice rhythm, so I think it's a good start for where it is right now. But that's pretty much it, learning about what I call the rinse and repeat method. If you have another name for it, or if you know any other people talking about that, let me know down in the comments, and I'd love to check it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If this video brought you value, please leave a like, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell. If you need melodies to sample, check out the link in the first pinned comment in the description. I got some melodies out there. And if you need any help in FL Studio, I'm doing one-on-one sessions, so hit me up for more details about that. Yeah, much love, everybody. Make sure you stay safe, stay striving, and always be getting it. Peace.